Here it comes again. Lunch. Will it be the same old, same old? Or are you ready to take a vacation from the ordinary with the new Jamaican Jerk Turkey Sub at Firehouse Subs? Freshly sliced smoked turkey breast, craveably sweet mustard sauce, and a hint of Caribbean seasoning. Just $5.55 for a medium. Save time. Order the new Jamaican Jerk Turkey Sub on the Firehouse Subs app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives. Participating locations. Limited time only, plus tax. Prices may vary for delivery.
Good morning, everybody. Jim Feist and Hank Goldberg here in Las Vegas. It's hot out here, Hank. And the races were very interesting this week, and the baseball trade deadline is coming up, and we got some surprises. I couldn't believe the trade for Stroman from Toronto to the Mets. What did you think?
Yeah, I was surprised too. Really going to help the Mets, though.
They're 5 games under 500. I mean, what you would think that they might be sellers, but are they really buyers?
Well, they've been playing pretty well the last month or so.
They have, yes. And the Yankees have fallen since the All-Star break. They've fallen on a little bit of hard times. Their starting pitching is not. Their starting pitching has actually been terrible the last 6 or 7 games.
Yeah, well, they won yesterday.
Yeah.
So they got out of the Red Sox series with a win, which was kind of important for them.
Sure.
And a lot of overs in those games.
I think every game was over.
It was.
I don't know if Boston has a legitimate chance to catch them, but that game yesterday was big because they could have picked up one. I'm talking about Boston. They could have picked up one instead of losing one, but they picked up 2 in the series, so that's big. What do you think going forward?
Well, they've got a great chance for the wild card.
They do. Tampa is falling on hard times. Snell's on the IRR, whatever you call it. He's not going to be out. He's going to be out for a month or so. He's had a tough year after being a Cy Young winner. So it's baseball is really heating up. And the ball keeps flying out of the parks. Lots of home runs. The NFL's camps, they're doing well. A lot of injuries, holdouts. That's also interesting to watch each and every game. There's so much to follow each and every day. Horse racing how was the horse racing this weekend?
Well, the Jim Dandy was won by Tax. He got the lead, wouldn't give it up. Tacitus had another tough time. He stumbled out of the gate and almost won. Keeps running second. He has bad luck. So the Travers is going to be a big race. And the filly, who won the race yesterday, the big stakes, she won in California. She may be the best sprinter in the country. But the Jim Dandy, they ran 1, 2, 3. We had the top 3 horses in the race, and so it was at $27 exact. We'll take it.
Hey, money is money.
Yep.
So what do we got going this week? If there's anything big in horse racing this week?
The big stakes race is a Grade 1 up at Saratoga. Is a big race, and it's named after the lady who passed away. And that's a big stakes, and there'll be, I think, 3 other stakes races on Saturday. So every week is a big race. It's a big week at Saratoga as far as stakes race. So you've got that. And outside of that, nothing special going on. And the Travers is going to be interesting. And who's going to be the 3-year-old horse of the year? It may be this filly who won yesterday who won her last 2 races by about over a dozen lengths. She's really awesome, and she runs each race in record time. Excuse me, but That's about it. You got to get ready for the first preseason football game that's coming up. The Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
and that's about it. The camps are running. Got a lot of holdouts. A bad injury for Cincinnati. They lost their top receiver, and he won't be ready for the regular season. He's going to be out, they're saying right now, although they're going to get a second opinion, but it looks like he's out for 8 to 12 weeks.
Yeah, that's a big loss for them, and they don't have a lot to begin with, but that's a big loss because he is an exceptional athlete. But there has been, like you said, holdouts and injuries, and that's what the training camps do in the preseason. The same thing. You get the injuries that come up, and then these teams, they don't come back for a few weeks, if at all. There's some players that are going to miss the whole season already.
San Francisco announced that they're not going to let Garoppolo play their opening game at all.
I don't blame them. You know, there's no sense in risking, in my opinion, risking these players. Speaking of the Hall of Fame game, the game opened Atlanta 1 and 34, and it's now Denver 2.5 and 34. So there's been a pretty big move to Denver. Of course, you got the new head coach there, and that is something a lot of people bet on. New head coaches in preseason, they want to establish a win. That does hold up reasonably well. It's not overwhelmingly profitable, but you do have a little bit of an edge because they do want to establish that winning attitude.
Well, Atlanta has a new staff on the offensive side of the ball.
Yes, that's true. They do. And that should help them going forward because the last couple of years, after Kyle Shanahan left, they have not been the same offensively. Because that was after that Super Bowl debacle of blowing a 25-point lead, which is incredible. But baseball today is kind of light. Want to parlay? You bet the two Grays today. And actually, I think that's actually a pretty good combination. You got a good dog price with Colorado and Gray, and you got a big favorite with Cincinnati and Gray, but Lyles is pitching terrible for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is on a terrible losing streak. And so I Cincinnati and Colorado today for a parlay. The only way I'd play $1.90 favorite would be in a parlay. I can't bet them in a straight bet. That's just
I took a look at Indianapolis, and they did well in the off season. And they've got their entire offensive line back, which did a great job of protecting their quarterback, who was sacked fewer than any other quarterback last year. They only sacked him 18 times. And looking at them against Houston, who did the worst job of protecting their quarterback of any team in the league. And I don't see a lot of changes in their offensive line. And they've got some holdout problems there. But Indianapolis is going to be strong this year with that offensive line and everybody coming back. They've got good wide receivers. Their defense is going to be very good. And I'm beginning to think that you may be right about them. They're going to be tough to beat.
You know, thank you for mentioning that. I like Frank Wright. I don't like Bill O'Brien. Not that I don't like him personally. I just don't think he does a great job. And I haven't been impressed with him the number of years that he's been in Houston. And Watson's a great player, and he's dynamic. But you got to be able to protect your quarterback, and you can't let the guy get hit as many times as he gets hit. And years ago, it was Andrew Luck that was getting hit all the time, and that's what put him out for 2 years with the injury, because he was sacked more than anybody else. Now, under this regime, like you said, the fewest times sacked last year, and he's a great player. He's a star player. He's a championship player. I like the Colts to win that division, and I like the Colts to go a long way. I don't see them as an underdog to anybody, really, in the AFC. I think they can stand up to anyone.
No, they'll be a dog to San Diego. And they'll be a dog to New England. And they'll be a dog to Pittsburgh.
Well, I'm not talking about the Vegas line. I'm talking about talent-wise. I think they stand up to anybody. Yeah, Vegas is going to make all those teams favored because they're public teams. And
well, I think they're a dog to San Diego, like I said. And I think there still could be a dog to Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Well, Pittsburgh has a new coach. Pittsburgh has the same old coach.
Who would be favored if San Diego went to the Indianapolis to play?
Game would be a toss-up.
Okay. And who would be favored if Pittsburgh went to Indianapolis and played?
Game would probably be a toss-up.
Okay. So there'd be a dog if they were on the road.
Pittsburgh might be favored.
I'll have to look up the power ratings on that. You could be right. It should be interesting. And that's what makes the conversation this time of year so interesting, because we all have perceptions of what's going to happen. But we do agree. The Colts look very strong this year. I like them a lot. We talked a little. I'm bouncing around here a little bit, but we talked a little bit about the Lions. And I know you're down on the Lions. They've not shown that they can win games. I mean, it seems like for centuries, but it's not. But Matthew Stafford and his wife went through a lot this year, and with the personal issues and the brain tumor and stuff, and the whole team rallied around that. Sometimes a cathartic experience like that can refocus the group. And I know from personal experience, it had an effect on me back in 1990 when something like that happened. But that team is they are capable of doing more than. I mean, I know those other three teams in their division are pretty tough. The Bears, the Packers, and the Vikings. So right
very
now,
tough.
Very tough. That's a tough division. It would be hard for the Lions to climb up very high if they do get higher than fourth in that division, but it's possible. I kind of give them a chance. If anybody slips, they could move up. I think their focus this year is different.
Who's going to slip?
I think the Packers might. And I think the Bears might regress a little bit. Trubisky is, I mean, I can't believe people are actually going to the window and betting Trubisky to be most valuable player. I think that's like throwing money away. The Bears might be very good, but it's going to probably come on the defensive side and their running game. Because, I don't see Trubisky being the most valuable player in the league.
Well, he improved a lot last year, and I think he'll continue to improve. They're very well coached, and I think he's going to be all right. And I think he will have a better year than Stafford.
Okay, I'm not, okay, we can differ on that.
Okay.
Anything else you wanted to cover today?
That's enough.
Well, you have a great day, Hank. We'll talk again on Wednesday. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Hank. Everybody go to JimFeist.com for Hank's plays and mine. That's baseball, that's football, we may talk some basketball, but we're not betting too much of it right now. And, of course, we're here each and every day, podcasts, articles, etc., etc., and you should read some of my preseason overview. Of course, that's pre because it's before the camps. So we'll change each and every day. There'll be updates to look at. So go to JimFeist.com.
Here it comes again. Lunch. Will it be the same old, same old? Or are you ready to take a vacation from the ordinary with the new Jamaican Jerk Turkey Sub at Firehouse Subs? Freshly sliced smoked turkey breast, craveably sweet mustard sauce, and a hint of Caribbean seasoning. Just $5.55 for a medium. Save time. Order the new Jamaican Jerk Turkey Sub on the Firehouse Subs app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives. Participating locations. Limited time only, plus tax. Prices may vary for delivery. Here it comes again. Lunch. Will it be the same old, same old? Or are you ready to take a vacation from the ordinary with the new Jamaican Jerk Turkey Sub at Firehouse Subs? Freshly sliced smoked turkey breast, craveably sweet mustard sauce, and a hint of Caribbean seasoning. Just $5.55 for a medium. Save time. Order the new Jamaican Jerk Turkey Sub on the Firehouse Subs app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives. Participating locations. Limited time only, plus tax. Prices may vary for delivery.